Swimming, swimming in a swimming pool. When days are hot, when days are cold, in a swimming pool. Backstroke, side stroke, fancy diving too. Now don't you wish you never had anything else to do but swimming, swimming in a swimming pool. When days are hot, when days are cold, in a swimming pool. Backstroke, side stroke, fancy diving too. Now don't you wish you never had anything else to do? Very good, friends. Today we are going to go on a little under the sea adventure with our friend Pete the cat. Pete the cat is so excited. He is in a boat on a beautiful day, and he is about to go scuba diving. Pete puts on a mask and fins, and he has a tank full of air so he can breathe underwater. He hopes to see lots of fish. If you are lucky, you might see a seahorse, says Captain Joe. A seahorse? Says Pete. I can't wait. I've never seen one before. Their edges look like a horse's mane, says Captain Joe. Groovy, says Pete. Blub, 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 blub. Pete jumps into the water. He makes a big splash, splash. Down, down, down he goes. Up, up, up go the bubbles. Blub, blub, blub. Pete looks for a seahorse. He sees a swordfish instead. Pete swims out of its way so it can pass. Pete waves to a stingray. It has a long, skinny tail. That's not a seahorse, thinks Pete. Pete feels a tickle on his leg. Pete sees a school of fish. They all look alike, except for the green one. It puffs up. It is a blowfish. It is not a seahorse. How many redfish do we see? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 redfish and 1 green blowfish. That's right. Where could one be? Pete looks at the rocks. He sees something long and purple on the sand. What is that? It's an octopus. It has 8 legs. It is not a seahorse. When Pete feels another tickle on his leg, whoo, as he swims, what could it be? Pete turns, but he doesn't see anything near him. He sees a cave. Is there a seahorse inside? What do you think? Is there a seahorse inside the cave? Pete sees a crab with claws. A seahorse does not have claws, Pete thinks. The cave gets darker as Pete swims forward. He is still looking for a seahorse, and he still feels a tickle on his leg. What do you see on his leg? Could that be a seahorse? Then Pete sees an eel. It has ridges, but they don't look like a horse's mane. The eel is too long to be a seahorse. Ooh. Pete keeps swimming further into the dark cave, and soon it is too dark to see. How will Pete get out? Oh, it's so dark. It's so dark. Don't worry, I'm still here. Pete sees a jellyfish, and it glows in the dark. Now Pete can swim his way out of the cave. He sees a striped angelfish, and it is beautiful. But it's still not a seahorse. Pete swims out of the cave. I wonder why it is still so dark, thinks Pete. It's because Pete is in the shadow of a whale. Yikes! Pete wishes he could jump on a seahorse and ride away. Wow, so many animals in the sea. Pete hops on a sea turtle instead. It takes him back to the boat. Sea turtles can swim very fast. I did not see a seahorse, thinks Pete. Oh well, I still had a great time. But what is tickling my tail? Pete turns and sees a seahorse. What a great surprise, he thinks. Pete had felt the seahorse tickling his fur when he saw the swordfish, the stingray, blowfish, octopus, crab, eel, jellyfish, angelfish, whale, and sea turtle. You were with me the whole time, thinks Pete. What a cool adventure. Wow. Friends, there are so many animals in the sea. If you are going scuba diving like Pete the cat did, right? We have our goggles, we have our air tank so we can breathe, we have our fins so we can swim through the water. What animal would you want to see? Would you want to see an octopus, a sea turtle, an angelfish, an eel, a seahorse, a blowfish, a stingray, a whale, a crab? What animal would you want to see? Really? How many of those would you want to see? Just 1 or 2, 3, 17, 20 million? How many? Wow, that'd be a lot. Well, I hope you get to explore the deep blue sea one day and see it for yourself. Until then, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you under the sea very soon. Bye bye, friends.